Sabaha everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to unbox the brand new color of the Oneplus 7 Pro. At the launch event, they showed us three different colors. They had the Nebula Blue and the Space Gray, as well as the Almond color. Now, unfortunately, the Almond color wasn't available at launch, and it is going to be available starting today, June 11th in 2019. This is TK, and let's go ahead and check out not only what's so special about the Nebula Blue, but what's inside this box, the brand new Almond color of the Oneplus 7 Pro. Like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you're always notified whenever we put out new videos on the channel. The OnePlus 7 Pro box is pretty similar to the way we've seen other OnePlus 7 Pros. For the most part, it's just basically just the device itself. But as you can see right here on the back, the color is Almond. And as far as the actual availability, it will only be available in the 8GB 256 gig model. Now, to be able to save some money off of this, if you'd like to pick it up by yourself, there will be a coupon in the description below to be able to get you $10 off your next order from OnePlus. And here we have the box right there. We have the same leaflet information here. There should be, and the phone's obviously right there. There's basically just the same stuff that we had before, see-through, basically a clear plastic case, a SIM removal tool, a thank you card, and here we have it. Again, all the specifications that we've had before, 6.67-inch QHD 90Hz display. It's an AMOLED display, of course. We have stereo speakers with the top speaker at the bottom. You obviously have the volume rocker, the band, but you can definitely see the difference in color right there. Right out of the box, you notice that there's that golden color that we get there, even on top of the pop-up camera, the microphones on the bottom, and it just basically permeates throughout the entire device. So the first thing we'll notice about the device is the material on the back is very different. This is actually not exactly the same texture that we see here on the Nebula Blue. So you see here there's more of a gradient color going on between the blue and the black. Here, it's pretty much a solid color and it looks more glass. Not to say that this isn't, but this is actually treated in a different material. And you can obviously see that the color permeates the same way we have it here with the Nebula Blue, except on the Nebula Blue, we have black all around. And you'll notice that the color changes at the bottom here to be blue. Where here with the Almond color, it's basically the same thing. It's almost like a golden treatment of the metal all around. We have the alert slider, the power button on the right. On the left side, we have the volume rocker. Again, everything in the same color. Even the pop-up camera mechanism also has that in there. And of course, we have the antenna bands are a little bit more prominent here since they're a darker color and they didn't get a chance to color those. You have two over here. On the bottom, we have the dual SIM tray as well as one of the antenna bands, the USB-C. This is obviously for data and charge as well as audio. One of the microphones and the bottom firing speaker that's married to the top earpiece to create stereo sound. And of course, this is a 6.67-inch QHD 90Hz display, and of course, one of the best displays that we've seen in 2019 so far. And the rest of the stuff in the box, so we basically have the charger and the USB-C to USB Type-A cable to be able to charge. And this is going to be the Warp Charger 30, as OnePlus 7 Pro only comes with the Warp Charge 30. So you can also see it right there. It says that in the box. And here is a closer look. Now the camera array that we have in the back is pretty much the same. We have the 48 megapixel sensor at f1.6. We still have as well as the 8 megapixel telephoto and the 16 megapixel ultra wide. Now the top camera again, same thing, 16 megapixel front facing sensor that pops up whenever you turn it on. Let's go ahead and turn on the phone for the first time. And here you have Dragon Ball right there. I'll give it a second. Now that we have the phone on, let's go ahead and turn on the camera module. Let's turn it on. And you can see it right there. The camera module itself, even though it's colored at the top, it's also colored all the way on the back. And of course, it just changes ever so slightly right there on the front. And still have the same drop protection in case you do drop it and you can close the application. Just looking at the specification sheet, again, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of internal storage, the 48, 16, and 8 megapixel triple camera setup on the back, the 16 megapixel front facing, and of course the 6.67 Fluid AMOLED display. And of course, we're running Oxygen OS 9.5, so we should be getting a couple of updates to that one, as well as Android 9.0. And again, the Snapdragon 855. Other than that, it's the same experience that we normally see with Oxygen OS. We have the protected, hidden file application here. The UI, everything else is pretty much the same. One of the best options that you get here is that we've always had the ability of customizing and getting unique versions of the OnePlus devices. So the Almond color, as I mentioned to you guys, is going to be a limited edition color, which means whenever they run out, they won't be making any more of it, the same way we had it last year with the Pearl White around the OnePlus 6 launch event. So just keep in mind. Now, as far as comparison between this color and let's say the Nebula Blue or the Space Gray, I feel like the Space Gray is basically their base model. That's basically their standard color. The Nebula Blue is the step up from that, and I like the colors that you get there. It's a gradient color, reminds me of the Thunder Purple from last year with the 6T. But where the almond color comes in, it just has that, it has its own little elegance. I don't know how to explain it, but it looks really nice, and it has a really good aesthetical feeling to it. It's not the same feeling as the Nebula Blue, as the actual treating on the material in the back feels more like just glass, and it is smooth, and it looks really nice. And it's not super reflective because it's not like a mirror. It has some, I would say maybe some fogging into it, so it looks really nice. Again, you have to really check it out. But again, hopefully you guys had a good opportunity to see if this is something you'd want to be able to pick up. Keep in mind, again, the limited edition version of it. There'll be a link in the description below if you'd like to save $10 on your next order. But other than that, I want to say thank you very much. Like and subscribe as usual. And again, make sure you share this with all your friends, specifically friends that may be considering getting the OnePlus 7 Pro and didn't know that there was an actual limited edition color available right now, starting June 11th, 2019. This is TK. I'll see you guys in the next video.